Hi friends, today I have a nice balanced practice. We're going to do a little bit of strengthening and a little bit of stretching, so please join me. Let's start with our breath as always. So find a nice and comfortable seat, rest your hands in your lap, maybe wiggle from side to side, and take a big breath in and a big breath out. Use your nose. Big breath in, big breath out your nose. Big breath in and out. Up and down. Fill your whole body up with breath. Big inhale. And then let it all go. Let's settle here for just a few more moments. Finding your seat bones beneath you and lifting the top of your head a little bit higher. All right, let's begin with our movement practice. So we're gonna extend our right leg out nice and long and find both seat bones underneath you. Wiggling can help that. And we're just going to settle our shoulders down the back for a moment. Taking a big inhale and exhale. Okay, so we're going to come onto our left hip. So you're just going to sort of sit a little bit more on that left hip and extend the right toes nice and long. And we can come all the way down onto our left elbow. And we're just going to lift our right leg 10 times. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a little bit higher now, 9, last one as high as you can get it, 10. Awesome, and then we're going to come back to that seated position. Drop your right hip and aim your belly button over your right leg. Let's take a fold over that right leg for head to knee pose. And we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on back up nice and slowly. And we're going to take a little side tip. So this time we'll sweep the left arm up and over and reach for your right toes. One day we'll get there perhaps. Take your gaze upwards and we'll hold for 5 breaths. And come on back up to center. From here, we're going to twist towards our left knee, right hand to left knee, gazing over the left shoulder. We'll take 3 big breaths. And inhale to center. Settle through both hips once again. And then we're going to change sides. So come on over to your right hip, pull your right heel in and extend your left leg long. Find both seat bones, wiggling helps. Okay, now we're going to find our right hip, extend those left toes nice and long, and come down onto our elbow. And we're going to take 10 lifts of that leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a little bit higher, 8, a little bit higher, 9, and the biggest one yet, 10. Good, come on down, lift yourself back up out of that. Find level hips, aim your belly button over the left leg, and take a fold, head to knee pose, big stretch. 5 breaths. And we'll slowly come back up. And this time we'll take that right arm, sweep it up and over, and reach for your left toes. Lift your heart up. Two more breaths. Good, come on out of it, and we're gonna twist towards our right knee, gaze over the right shoulder for 3 breaths. Back to center. Let's take a seated cross-legged position, Siddhasana, easy pose, getting nice and comfy. And we're going to cross our elbows for eagle arms and even hook your hands if you can. So see if you can get your fingers to catch on to your other palm. And then we're going to lift our elbows up and take a bow. So opening up through the upper back, bowing forward. 3, 2, big inhale, lift up, lift your elbows up, lift your chin up. Then take a fold again. Big inhale, lift up. Last one, exhale, fold. Good. And then gently release this and slowly lift your chin up. And let's roll our head around a few times. One way, and then the other way. Okay, let's take our other elbow on top now. So whichever elbow wasn't on top last time, see if you can catch your palms together, and then lift your elbows up. Exhale, fold forward, take a bow. 3, 2, 1. And then we'll inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. Last one, inhale up, exhale down. And then gently release, find a tall spine. And we'll roll our head around again in circles. One way, and then the other way. Big breath in and out through the nose. And let's find tabletop. Coming onto the hands and knees. We can shimmy our hips from side to side a few times. Open up your fingers really wide and try and get the thumbs to point towards one another. Find a nice, strong, engaged abdomen, lifting our belly up. And we're going to take our left leg back and let those toes hover off of the floor. Squeezing your glutes. And we're going to lift up our left leg 10 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe a little higher, 9, 10. Good, and then we're going to take our left leg all the way to the left, See if you can hover your left toes up off of the floor. Good, and then come on back and hug your left knee into your nose for 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Come back to your tabletop. Take a pause, take a breath. We're going to do that on our other leg. Big breath in, big breath out. All right, the right leg reaches back. Lift your belly button up. Try and keep that belly button lifted. And we'll lift 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe a little higher, 9, and 10. Good. So now we're going to see if we can take our right toes all the way to the right and let that foot hover. And then we come on back. And then we'll take our right knee in towards our nose for 3, 2, 1. Nice control. Back to tabletop. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's curl our toes underneath us and hover our knees up off the floor for hovering tabletop for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Big breath in, big breath out. All right, let's take a plank pose. So pick your knees up off the floor, bring the feet together so they're nice and strong. We'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, slowly lower. Take a pause on your belly. Take your forehead to the floor. Draw the shoulder blades towards one another and press your feet down into the earth. Big inhale. Cobra pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath in. Exhale, child's pose. We can take our knees together or knees apart. Rest your head on your hands or the floor. And let's just pause for a moment in child's pose. Let's take 5 to 7 breaths. Nice and slow and steady with your breathing. One more breath. Let's come back to tabletop. We're going to stretch our hips out now. So take your left leg back, let it hover. We'll hold this for just one more long breath. And then hug your left knee up and in. Exhale, extend. Inhale. See if you can kiss your knee. I can't. Inhale. Exhale. All right, on this next one, inhale your knee up and in, and then cross your knees on top of each other. So settle your left knee down on the floor in front of you. See if you can work your right knee completely behind that left knee. And open up your feet behind you. We're going to sit down. And as we sit down, we land in shoelace pose or half cow face pose. And we're just going to let that right hip be internally rotated, get that nice stretch in the outer hip, and hang out here. So I like to rest my hands on my top knee. You can fold forward if that feels comfortable and safe for you. The soles of the feet are supposed to be turned upwards, but everybody's body's different and this might be a new posture for us. So don't worry about it if it's not quite perfect. It's a pretty intense hip stretch. least I think it is. So we'll settle in through both hips, lifting the crown of the head, and maybe folding forward. Settle into both hips a little bit more. Let's hold this for 5 to 7 more breaths. Big breath in, big breath out. Let's take our hands behind us and extend both legs straight out in front of you. And then just give our legs a little bit of a rock. Maybe bounce the backs of the knees on the floor. Rotate the ankles. And then we'll cross our ankles and come back to tabletop. And let's do that with our right leg. So extend your right leg long, and we'll kiss our knee 3 times. We inhale as it extends. Exhale, hug it in. 2, 3. All right, so now we take that right foot and we cross it over on the outside of the left leg and place our knee on the floor. And then we walk our left knee further to the right, our right knee further to the left. Open up those feet behind you so there's room, and we're just gonna sit down. And then you kind of adjust and situate yourself so that you can sit down a little bit comfortably. And once again, you could take your hands to that top knee. You can fold forward at any point if that feels available to you. And we're just going to simply relax as best we can here in cow face pose or shoelace pose. Trying your best to get comfortable. It might be stretching one hip more than the other, or both of them equally. So just noticing what sensation's happening. Maybe it's different from our other side, or maybe the same. Let the breath flow. Let's stay for 3 to 5 more breaths. See if you can sit a little taller. Okay, let's come out of this, taking our hands behind us and extending our legs long. And we just kind of shake the legs, let them flap in and out, and then bounce the backs of the knees on the floor. Rotate the ankles. And we'll find a nice and comfortable seated position, cross-legged position, Siddhasana, to close class. If you would like, we could bring our hands to our heart and just remind ourselves of any healing that we're working on, any goals we're working towards. And bowing our heads in gratitude. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you have a blessed day.